Welcome to English Podcasts. Relax and enjoy your listening practice.
Have you ever noticed how people react to green eyes? Even in a crowded room, they somehow stand out immediately. There's this instinctive feeling that they're unusual, almost mysterious, and actually, there's a scientific reason for that. Only about 2% of people in the world naturally have green eyes, which makes them the rarest eye color on Earth. And the more I started reading about it, the more I realized this tiny genetic detail says something surprisingly interesting about human history and biology. So, green eyes are not caused by green pigment in the iris. That's the part people usually misunderstand. Eye color is really about how light interacts with melanin, the same natural pigment that affects skin and hair color. Brown eyes contain a lot of melanin. Blue eyes contain much less, and green eyes exist in this very narrow middle ground. The iris has just enough pigment to create that soft green appearance when light scatters through it. It's actually a pretty delicate biological balance, which is one reason the trait is so uncommon. What's fascinating is that green eyes are strongly connected to genetics from Northern and Central Europe, especially countries like Ireland, Scotland, Iceland, and parts of Scandinavia. But genetics are unpredictable. Two brown-eyed parents can sometimes have a green-eyed child if both carry the right hidden genes. So, in a way, eye color becomes this quiet record of thousands of years of human migration and inheritance. And what really stayed with me is how people often attach meaning to rare physical traits. Green eyes are constantly described as magical, attractive, intense, unforgettable. But biologically, they're simply the result of tiny genetic variations passed through generations completely by chance. Still, humans naturally search for stories behind rarity. We see something uncommon and we give it emotional weight. I think there's something very human in that. Because it's not really about eye color. It's about how we respond to uniqueness in general. Sometimes the rarest things aren't valuable because they're better. They stand out because they remind us how much variation exists inside one species, inside ordinary people walking around every day. And honestly, when you think about it that way, something as simple as eye color suddenly feels less like appearance and more like history, biology, and identity, quietly meeting in one small detail of a person's face.